folks, Scott Walters here. Welcome back to the Bulletproof Garage. So I've got a crankshaft here, and I snapped off the crank bolt head with the rest of the bolts still in the end of the crankshaft. So let's get that out, shall we? All right, tools you're going to need for the task, all right? I've got a Dremel type tool here, all right? This happens to be made by Milwaukee. You've got to have a very small cutoff wheel for that. All right, you're going to need an impact screwdriver with a regular flat tip screwdriver bit on it. And if all else fails, you're going to need a washer and a nut, all right, and a MIG welder. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the Dremel cutoff wheel here and we're going to cut a slot in the end of the bolt. And what we're going to try to do at the end of the day is have a slot that we can use our screwdriver on, okay? Now, my Dremel, so this started off at about 1.5 inches, all right? So the cutoff wheel was pretty big. The problem with that, of course, is if your cutoff wheel is too big, you're going to start cutting into the crankshaft before you get a decent sized groove in the bolt. So what I basically did is I just took this cutoff wheel and then I used it to cut some grooves and some 1/4-inch steel, and that wore it down enough, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now I just got about as deep as I can get without cutting the end of the crankshaft as well. So, let's see. Yeah, that actually fits in there fairly well, okay? Now, on your impact screwdriver, it's going to twist in 2 different directions, all right? So you can go clockwise and you can go counterclockwise. You basically just push it in, turn to change the direction. So what I like to do before I start is I will just go ahead and press this down, and that'll show you which way it's going to turn, all right, when you hit it with a hammer, all right? So that is going to go counterclockwise. All right, so get that in place. And give it a good whack. No, I can't turn it. And after you hit it, you might want to go ahead and check to make sure it's still turning in the right direction. All right, and it is. Let's give it a bigger whack. Yeah, it does not appear to have moved yet. And what you've got to watch out for here, yeah, so the bit right here is about to break. I may get one more whack out of it before it breaks. Oh yeah, awesome. So the bit broke off, and it broke off in the gap there. So now I've got to get that out. Yeah, you can see. So I have ruined that bit right there, okay? Let's go ahead and chisel that out, shall we? There it goes. Okay, so that's out. All right, I've got another bit here that's shorter and stouter, but it's too wide, so I've got to Dremel a little bit more, okay? Folks, you got to use eye protection when you're doing this task, all right? When those little shards will get in your eye, next thing you know, you're in the ER getting that dug out. Okay. So changing out the bit, making sure it's turning in the right direction. Let's go ahead and give that a few whacks. All right, now what I have done is, so this bit is 5/16, right? So I've got a 5/16 socket, and I'm going to chuck that up in my impact and see if that's going to do it. We'll try on low speed or low power, and you've got to really press on it to make sure it doesn't cam out of there, right? So, all right, and we broke that bit as well. Well, I think we're off to the welder because I've run out of bits. All right, and there you can see what I've got to work with. So now I got to prep this for welding. Just going to go ahead and hit that with a flat wheel, clean it up a little bit, make sure I've got some nice metal to weld on. Okay, and that should work. Okay, selecting the right washer. This guy is a little thick. I'd like something a little thinner, but it's what I found readily available in the right size. You want the inside diameter of the washer to be roughly the same size as the outside diameter of the bolt you're trying to remove. All right, it can be a little bit smaller, and you want the outside diameter of the washer big enough to get a decent sized nut on there, okay? So let's go fire up the welder. Okay, so I'm set up here. I've got magnets holding the washer in place. I've also prepped the washer by hitting it with a flat disc, right? And I am also on the inside of the washer, I prepped that as well. And I had to use a round file and also use some sandpaper in there because the inside of that washer is rusted, corroded, and it's not fresh clean metal. You're not going to get a good weld, okay? So let's go ahead and fire up the welder and get this job done. I think the washer's on there fairly well. Now let's get it up. Get it up a bit. Now, I cleaned up the nut as well, and I did that with a flat disc, and we got nice clean metal weld to it. You know, I should have mentioned this before. You don't want a really short nut on here because remember, we still got to get a wrench on here for a socket, right? You want the nut to have enough height so when you got it welded there, you can still get it socket on. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and stop there. Yeah, you know, I'm not the world's greatest welder, but I've got enough welds around the outside, and I got some welds on the inside, and I think it's time to get a socket on there so you can get this bolt out now. All right, so that is a 15/16 socket. I've got this set on low power. Let's see if that will work. Okay, not moving. Let's go to the second setting. And that is success, folks. All right? All right, that is it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. All right? And if you did, please hit the thumbs up button down below and consider subscribing to the channel. Now, I also want to hear comments from you because these are not the only methods to use when removing a bolt that has had that head snapped off flush with the mounting surface. All right? So if somebody out there wants to talk about easy outs, I'm not a fan. I've got some scar tissue. And the thing I like about this particular method, or the methods that I use, you don't have to worry about removing something like a tap, all right, that is broken off inside the bolt you're trying to remove, all right? Again, I've got scar tissue there, all right? But anyway, let me hear your comments on how you would have done this job, okay? And we'll see you next time on the Bulletproof Garage.